Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to another NFL mock draft on the channel. My name is Absolute Illusion. You can also call me Colton, though. And today we are going to be doing a 3-round mock draft of the Chicago Bears, or as quite a few people call them, Da Bears. They have the number 20 pick in the first round as well, and they have been a mess. So far this offseason, they have released player after player after player, and they've had to lose so many of their talented stars. Man, oh man, are they going to be bad. They are going to be really, really bad this next year. But let's see what we can do with this draft here. Maybe we can rejuvenate them a little bit, get a little bit of life pumping in them. If you guys do enjoy this video, though, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the awesome content that I have going on here. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And with that, we're going to hop right in, as we usually do. Yeah, we're just going to roll with it. We're going to set it on slow, obviously doing 3 rounds, as, you know, you guys have seen it. This is number 20. Well, technically this is number 19, because we had to skip the Dolphins at 18. You know what I mean. But let's get into it. All right. This should be Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to say it every time. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. We're going Zach Wilson. All right. It's probably Trey Lance. Ah! Oh my goodness! Ah! What is happening? The San Francisco 49ers traded up to number 3 to pick Mac Jones. What is happening? I'm so confused. This will probably be Trey Lance then. It's Kyle Pitts. All right. I mean, it's this system. Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle goes there. Okay. Devontae Smith goes there. So 3 wide receivers in a row. Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Smith all go off the board one after the next. This should be Trey Lance. It is. This might be Justin Fields. It is. Even, which is really weird. I really don't see them going. I really, really, really do not see them going quarterback when probably the best corner is still on the board. Where is he? What the? What? Okay, hold on. Hold up. Hold the phone. Am I missing something? Why is Caleb Farley down to 29? Does someone want to explain that to me? I am so confused. We are getting a draft trade to trade up to number 11. We'd be gaining a 6. We'd be giving up our number 20 pick, a 3rd rounder, a 5th rounder, and a 6th rounder. I'm going to decline that. I don't need to jump up that high. There is no reasoning behind me jumping up that high. Are you really doing this again? They want me to jump up 9 picks to give up my 2nd. No. No. Stop it. Pick your player. All right. And now we get another one. They want us to jump up to 13. Giving up a 3 and a 5. No, I don't want to do that. I have no desire to do that. I mean, I get it. I could have gotten one of the premier offensive tackles and everything like that. But I don't see a reasoning behind doing that. It would really serve me no purpose there. Tevin Jenkins goes there. All right. So the main needs for this team: quarterback, offensive tackle, wide receiver, corner, and offensive line, and interior offensive line. Elijah Vera Tucker is on the board, so that could be a really, really interesting thing. However, there is some solid corners right here. And what I'm not understanding is they have Caleb Farley down here at 29, okay? Caleb Farley will go probably in the top 10. he is the best cornerback in this draft class. I don't know how else to say that. Like, it's him and it's Patrick Surtain. So I don't know, did something happen? Did something happen to Caleb Farley? Did something happen to him? Ooh, okay, hang on, what's this? And his medical risk. Let's see here. Okay. Interesting. So, he did have surgery recently, it looks like, on his back. So, that might be why he's fallen this far. I was not aware of that. I had not seen that. Which, granted, that could also ultimately mean nothing. It is on the more serious side, back surgery. So that could ultimately end up meaning nothing, or it could mean a whole lot. I was gonna say that I'm not gonna pick him here because of the fact that he shouldn't be on the board. However, now that I know that, I think it's really gonna come down to like what ends up happening with his medical history and everything like that. And I think with the medical issues and stuff like that, I don't think you want to take a shot on him here if you are seriously concerned about it. And the Bears need to hit on these picks, otherwise they are going to struggle a lot. They're probably going to be one of the top, maybe 3 worst teams in the NFL this next year. I am going to stick in the cornerback area, though, and I'm actually going to grab Greg Newsome. He is a little bit farther down the board than some people might like, or some people might have wanted me to draft Caleb Farley there. Caleb Farley is by far the better corner. If that surgery and everything, if his injury history is not an issue, if we find out more about that as it gets closer to draft, he is 100% the pick there because he will go in the top 10 in terms of talent. But Greg Newsome, ever since like this whole thing has started over like the last month, he has quickly climbed up my personal draft board and a lot of other people's. He's just put on an absolute clinic in terms of why he deserves to be a first-round corner. And I think on draft day, if they were to take him here, there wouldn't be a whole lot of people who'd be upset about it. He had an amazing pro day. He's had a very, very, very successful collegiate career. And I would not be upset about grabbing him there. It is an immediate need for them because they need a lot of help all over their team. I would have thought about taking Elijah Vera Tucker there, but I think that corner is a bit bigger of a need, or a bit more of a need than offensive line is for them right now, at least. Still figuring all that out. So I have an option to trade up to 32. And give up 52, 164, 204, and 228. Now, I would normally probably leap at this chance. That's a lot to give up, though, and the Bears have a lot of needs. If the Bears didn't have as many needs, I'd be jumping at this, but I am not going to. There's too many needs that they have, and there's nobody that I really, really want there. If we could jump into, like, the mid-40s even, maybe even the early 40s, I'd be all right with that because there's a couple guys that I wouldn't be upset about doing. Kyle Trask goes at 35. What is happening? I'm not even sure what's happening with this class anymore. This is insanity. Pat Freiermuth goes in the second round that high? What are you doing, people? I am so confused by this. This is crazy. Why is Greg Rousseau that far down on the board now? That's weird. He should not be that far down the board, but whatever. Greg Rousseau goes to the 49ers. That's scary. That's really scary. There is somebody on the board that I would really, really like to grab if he is still there. Actually, there's 3 people on the board. Hopefully one of them does not go right here. We are getting a trade offer. Basically swapping 2s, 3s, and picking up a 5, so we'll be sliding back in the second and the third just to pick up a 5. I'm going to decline that and hope that one of my guys is still there. Landon Dickerson did just go off the board. That was one of the guys that I was looking at. But the other guy that I'm looking at here is Rondale Moore or Alex Leatherwood. And Alex Leatherwood's actually the guy that I'm going to grab right here. I love him as an offensive lineman. Immediate guard position or probably right tackle position. I don't really see him as a left tackle in the NFL. And with their offensive line needs that they do have, I think he would be just a great piece to kind of move wherever they end up needing him. Again, corner was a much bigger need, though. That is why I went that way in the first round. Wide receiver could also definitely be a need. But I think there's some solid wide receivers later on in this draft that I can still look to grab maybe in the third round. So I do think Alex Leatherwood is the better pick there than Rondale Moore. I don't know if we have 1 or 2 third rounders. We might just have 1. Might just have 1. Possibly. I don't know yet. Ooh. You know what? Giving up a 5 here to get the guy I want. Just giving up a 5. Yes, they do have a lot of needs, but this isn't giving up a ton, and we're jumping up almost 20 picks. I am going to accept this. I think that this is 100% worth it. There is a lot of needs. Oh my goodness, that the Bears have. But I think 100% out of 100% times, Amon-Ra St. Brown is the guy that, honestly, there's many teams in the third round, even the middle to late second round, that could take Amon-Ra St. Brown. I literally just took him with the Washington football team. I think that this would be a great place for him to go. Amon-Ra St. Brown is that immediate wide receiver help that they would need. Gives you an extra weapon. Yes, they do need a quarterback. I know. But there's no quarterbacks left on the board that they even would even consider taking here. And I think if you can trade up to grab your wide receiver that you want, possibly even preparing for Allen Robinson is gone sometime in the future, I think that that is the perfect pick to take there. Let's see what happens, though. Here's the Jets. I wonder who the Jets end up taking with their... my guess is nope, he's off the board. So my guess is the Vikings here probably go offensive line, like Josh Myers. Yeah. I'm starting to get pretty good at predicting that. It's not very hard. It's not very hard. I don't think we have another pick in the third round. I think it was just those 3 picks that we ended up having. We did end up giving up a 5 in with everything. Tyson Campbell ends up getting drafted right there. That's actually a solid pick for them there. Sliding back and still grabbing Tyson Campbell there. I do like that a lot. Plus picking up a 5 from us. That was a great trade from them. Paulson Adebo, that is in no way ever a pick that happens. The Vikings do not need another corner. We are actually pretty set at corner now. I think you could see another offensive lineman even go right there. Like Deontay Brown or Spencer Brown. Could easily go right there. Let's see here. Plus, if we were going to take a corner, yes, Paulson Adebo's really good for a third-round talent. I think Benjamin St-Juste might be the pick there, though. He does have higher upside than Paulson Adebo does, and you could sit him for a year or two and be perfectly fine. All right, so that is the end of the 3-round draft. We did make one trade. We traded our third round pick 83 and 5th round pick 164 for. Oh no, wait a minute. Did I say the Washington football team? Sorry. It was Tylan Wallace that the Jets took with 83. Not 82. It was 83 that we had. They took Tylan Wallace. I guess I don't mind that either. That's not terrible. It's not as good as had the other team been the one that we traded with. But we ended up getting Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we both took wide receivers there. We just got the better one. We ended up getting 3 total picks. We had Greg Newsome in the first round, pick 20. Pick 52 was Alex Leatherwood. Pick 66 was Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think all 3 of these players are immediate day 1 starters. So I'd be very, very, very happy with this draft if I was a Chicago fan. They have a lot of holes all over the place, and unfortunately they're not super high on the draft board, so they can't get a bunch of crazy players. But if you can get solid pieces like this for the areas that you're picking in, and maybe making a trade up for somebody that you really, really want in like that second or third round, I think that is definitely something that Chicago could look to do. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, though. What you guys think of these picks. If you guys think I'm completely insane, if you guys like all these, I'd love to hear back from you guys what you guys think. Make sure you guys please hit the like button if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel as well if you want to see more of the content that I've going. Follow me on Twitter at AbsoluteColton down in the description down there for all the updates on everything that happens on my channel pretty much. I try to update it as often as I can. I'm not as good at it as I should be, but I try to keep it up to date. But with that, thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.